Found this guy trying to sneak in, sir. What are you doing at my property? This is no place for someone like you.
Do you recognize this watch, Mr. Dalton? My mother gave it to me. She said you gave it to her before you disappeared, when she was pregnant with me. There is no other watch like this in the world. She told me so.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know your mother.
She's gone, sir. She passed away. Before she died, she made me promise to find you, so I wouldn't be alone in this world.
That is not my problem. You want money? I'll write you a check, and after that, I never want to see your face
I don't want
again.
your money. I just wanted a father.
Jake, get him off my property. Now.
Get in. I saw everything, and I think it's time my husband paid for what he did. I have a plan. Trust me.
The watch hit the pavement before Noah did. He heard it before he felt the ground, the small metallic sound of the only thing his mother ever left him, skipping across the stone driveway of a mansion he would never be welcome in. Jake's grip on his arm was iron. The gate was already closing behind them. "Don't come back," Jake said. "Not mean, just done." Noah didn't answer. He picked up the watch, held it in both hands the way he always did when things got bad. The way his mother had taught him, hold it tight when the world gets heavy, baby. It'll remind you who you are. He didn't know yet that the world was about to get a lot heavier before it got better. 3 hours earlier, Noah Carter had stood at those same gates with nothing but a worn backpack, a faded grey t-shirt, and a name his dying mother had whispered to him like a prayer. Richard Dalton. Find him. You won't be alone anymore. He had believed her. That was the first mistake. The security guard had found him before he could even ring the bell. Jake, big, blank-faced, efficient, had grabbed him by the arm the way you grab something you're about to throw away. And then Richard Dalton himself had appeared, in his charcoal suit and his burgundy tie and his cold grey eyes. And Noah had felt something in his chest crack open with hope before it was immediately destroyed. He had pulled out the watch. His hands were steady. He was proud of that. "Do you recognize this, Mr. Dalton?" Richard had gone still. Just for a second, barely a breath, but Noah had seen it. The recognition, the fear. And then the wall had come back up, harder than before. "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your mother. She passed away, sir, 6 weeks ago." Noah had kept his voice even. His mother had raised him to keep his voice even. "Before she died, she made me promise to find you. She said you gave her this watch when she was pregnant. She said there was no other watch like it in the world." Richard hadn't blinked. "You want money? I'll write you a check." "I don't want your money." The words had come out quiet, steady, true. "I just wanted a father." Something had passed across Richard Dalton's face then, something almost human, and then it was gone. "Jake, get him off my property." Now Noah sat on the curb outside the gate, watch in his hands, head down, trying to remember how to breathe. He had walked 200 miles for this, slept in bus stations, eaten 1 meal a day for 3 weeks. He had kept the promise his mother asked him to keep, and it had gotten him thrown onto the street by a man in a charcoal suit who hadn't even flinched. He heard the car before he saw it, a black luxury sedan, moving slowly, stopping right beside him. The window came down. "Get in." Her voice was direct, controlled, a woman who had made a decision and wasn't going back on it. "I saw everything from the window." He looked up. She was in her late 40s, chestnut hair, a camel coat, hazel eyes that were red at the edges, not from crying, from fury. "I'm Catherine Dalton," she said, "his wife." Noah didn't move. "I know what you're thinking," she said. "But I've known something was wrong for a long time. I just found out what." She reached into her coat and pulled out her phone, turned it toward him. His messages, another woman, and conversations about you and your mother going back 15 years. She paused. "He knew about you, Noah. He always knew." The watch felt very heavy in his hands. "I have a lawyer," Catherine said. "A very good one. And I have access to every financial account Richard Dalton has ever opened." Her voice dropped, quiet, certain. He built everything he has on lies. And I am going to help you take back what was always yours. Noah looked at her for a long moment, then at the watch, then at the gate behind him, still closed, Richard Dalton somewhere on the other side of it, already forgetting him. He got in the car. Catherine Dalton had been married to a careful man for 22 years. Richard never raised his voice, never lost his temper, never left evidence. He had forgotten one thing. He had given a watch to a woman he loved before he learned to stop loving people, and that woman had given it to a son he had spent 24 years pretending didn't exist, and that son had held on to it through bus stations and empty stomachs and a mother's funeral with no one else there. Some things don't stay buried. Some watches keep perfect time. If Richard Dalton thought throwing his son onto the street was the end of this story, he was about to find out how wrong he was, and Catherine knew exactly where to start.